Scientists studying living things have noticed that there are some things that are very similar. For example, how do I see another person and say that this person this person is a human being? Why didn't I call the person a dog? Why didn't I call the person a cat? Because the person has certain features or characteristics, or I'm seeing some things that allows me to know that this person is a human being. What are the things that you saw? You probably saw that the person has two eyes, the person has a nose, a ear, a face, the person has hands with fingers, with toes, and the person is standing upright, meaning the person is standing straight, unlike a dog which has to crawl. So those are examples of ways of sorting living things. So sorting living things is simply the way of grouping living things, group. And so some group have some things in common. For example, some animals have feather, like birds. Some animals have fur, which is a lot of hair on their skin, like the bear, like the tiger, like the lion, like the cheetah. They always have a lot of hair on their skin. So some animals have scales, like the fishes, like the crocodile, like the alligator. Those are animals that have scale. So, some animals are also insects. Let's look at this question. Bola went outside and collected pictures of small animals, a spider, a ant, and a fly, and he wants to sort them into two groups. What question should Bola ask to separate the butterfly from the ant and the spider? If we look at this butterfly, is it related to the spider and the ant and the fly? Well, we can say it is not related because butterfly is harmless, meaning it doesn't harm human being, doesn't cause anything bad to human beings. But we can say the spider, the fly, and the ant can cause harm to human being. So if Bola is to separate it, it will separate into harmless and harmful. So why do scientists need to group animals? To make it easy to understand. So why would it be silly to put a lion and a plant in the same group? Why? Why do you think it would be silly, number three question, to put a lion and a plant in the same group? Because a lion is an animal while a plant is a plant. So you can't put a lion and a plant in the same group because a lion is an animal. And an animal is not in the same group with a lion. For example, you don't have leaves. You don't have leaves coming out of your head. You don't have root coming out of your leg. Instead, you have characteristics that makes you look like a human being. So let's check our progress. List the 7 processes that all living things do. Remember, we said that all living things breathe, they feed, they move, they have sense organs, they reproduce, they grow, and they produce waste, which is called excrete. So here are the life stages of a human: child, baby, teenager, adult, toddler. What is the correct order? You have to come back to this image. Remember, you start as a baby, toddler, child, teenager, adult. This part here, this part of the image, this part. You start as a baby, then a toddler, then a child, and then a teenager and an adult. So a snail is moving across a leaf. Why do you think the snail is moving, and what is it looking for? Who can tell me? I want you to answer that question in your notes. Why do you think the snail is moving, and what is it looking for?